Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses for being here today. Today's hearing is about trust. Whose trust has been broken, who broke that trust, and how all of us work together to reaffirm and rebuild that trust. Trust is a key principle that the modern banking system is built on. Families trust that their hard-earned savings are safe in the U.S. banking system. Congress entrusts our federal banking regulators with the power to supervise, regulate, and examine banks. We trust you to be the cops on the beat and have given you the tools to do that job. The failure of Silicon Valley Bank on the Federal Reserve's watch very clearly calls into question whether or not some of that trust was misplaced. Make no mistake, the lion's share of the blame is on incompetent bank executives. And it's outrageous that these people took bonuses and sold stock in the days leading up to the bank's failure. We should hold these executives accountable for the fullest extent of the law and claw back those bonuses and stock sales. I'm co-sponsoring a bill to do just that. But as I laid out in a letter to you, Vice Chair Barr, that, by the way, was signed by 11 other senators spanning the ideological spectrum, it's gravely concerning that retail participants, literally just regular everyday people, were able to figure out that something was wrong with Silicon Valley Bank before your regulators took appropriate action. Now, these folks don't have access to non-public information like the bank examiners do, but when people on Reddit and Twitter can spot bank mismanagement before the regulators, something is terribly wrong. So my questions today are for you, Vice Chair Barr. I have lots of questions, so I'd like concise answers, and we'll follow up in writing. You were sworn in as Vice Chair for Supervision on July 19th, 2022. Your testimony indicates that due to ongoing review, you'll focus on what you know. So let's start there. The Fed knew of problems at the bank dating back to 2019. Were you personally made aware of major deficiencies at Silicon Valley Bank prior to the collapse? And if so, which ones, and when were you notified?
Thank you, Senator. The staff made a presentation to the Board of Governors in the middle of February of this year that was focused on interest rate risk broadly in the banking system and how banks and managers and supervisors were addressing those risks. And as part of that presentation, the staff highlighted the interest rate risk that was present at Silicon Valley Bank.
Wow, friends, I cannot believe it. Republican lawmakers are finally ready to share their request for a debt ceiling package. This marks a beginning in serious talks on government funding and key programs. The next batches of relief payments are also set to go out this week for eligible Americans. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. After months of going back and forth, as the United States moves towards a potentially catastrophic debt ceiling crisis, Republicans are reportedly finally ready to start making a deal. According to Yahoo News, House Republican leaders are gearing up to present their ideas to the rest of the party. As recess comes to a close, the lawmakers are starting to put together a debt ceiling package that would raise the limit until May 2024, and they're aiming to limit budget growth to 1% annually over the next decade by banning student loan forgiveness, placing work requirements on welfare programs, and rescinding unspent crisis funds, among many other items. These cuts are not entirely new ideas. The GOP House Budget Committee floated blocking student loan forgiveness, rescinding unspent crisis funds, and placing work requirements on welfare programs like SNAP. If a deal to raise a limit through May 2024 goes through, it would bring another debt ceiling fight just before the presidential election, adding another level of chaos to that cycle. With Congress returning from recess next week, Formal details of a debt ceiling plan are expected after months of stalemate and Republican calls for President Biden to sit down with Speaker Kevin McCarthy and negotiate a deal. The U.S. is potentially mere months away from breaching the debt ceiling, meaning it will be unable to pay for the spending that Congress has already authorized. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says that a breach might come as soon as July. In the meantime, Republicans have been preparing emergency measures to pay off high-priority debts. But the White House continues to insist on a clean raise with no cuts or deals attached, which leaves them far from Republicans. Congress passed a clean debt ceiling raise 3 times under the former president, and it looks like lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are getting antsy to reach a deal. Republican Study Committee Chairman Kevin Hern recently sent a letter to the committee's members on Wednesday, urging them to pass a strong debt limit deal in April. Kevin Hern stated, "We must work night and day to get it passed to show the American people that we can be trusted and force the Senate and White House to answer for their dereliction of duty." As Democrats have repeatedly stressed, the consequences of defaulting on the nation's debt would have major financial consequences. Moody's Analytics projected that even a short default could lead to 1 million Americans losing their jobs and having a mild recession. Dearest friends, do you think that we are headed towards a recession? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Now, a growing issue for homeowners is property taxes. According to CNBC News, property taxes have been on the rise. Higher property taxes could add to the cost of burden of both long-standing and new homeowners, further crimping budgets at a time when inflation is at a 40-year high. But there are some homeowners that will see some type of relief. New Jersey homeowners and renters who applied for the Anchor Property Tax Relief Program will start to see their rebate payments throughout this entire month. More than 1.7 million New Jersey residents applied for the first year of the Anchor Property Tax Relief Program. New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy and the state treasurer announced that those who chose a direct deposit for their rebate payments should have received their checks. This is about 800,000 of those 1.7 million applicants. The rest of the applicants will receive their rebates in a paper check. The maximum rebate is $1,500, and paper checks will be mailed in batches. Most Anchor payments will be issued before the end of May, but some applications that need additional information might not be processed in time for that deadline. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. Thank you, dearest friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.